Pete got into the action.
Is that his name now?
That's what he said on his birthday.
Paprika
Do you
Pete.
remember?
Okay.
That's what he said. It was
Paprika Pete.
And the girls looked amazing. Everybody was in dress code, all black and white and red.
Yep.
And so we were supposed to film a normal Paprika and talk about the concert. But instead, Rachael and I, real quick, are going to Canada to see Stray Kids again.
Oh, Canada.
So, yeah, stay tuned.
Woo! Now, you may be wondering how we got into this situation.
Yeah, okay, so let me
I
explain.
feel like we got to,
So let me explain.
yeah.
So Stray Kids concert tickets
Yeah.
were what Dad and I got the girls for Christmas. It's one of the things. And we wanted to have really good seats. So when Artist Presale went, our plan A was to go to Toronto. And because it's actually not that far from where we live, it's like 4 hours. And we'd never been to Toronto, so we thought we would go. We'd have a little like mini vacation. We'd see the city. We'd see Stray Kids. We'd come home. But buying those tickets in pre-sale was insanity. Like Ticketmaster, you'd have the tickets and try to get them in your cart, and then they'd be sold. And so we did get tickets, but they weren't as good as seats as what we were hoping for the girls. So, but because of time zones, Toronto is in Eastern. The other location we thought about going to is Chicago, because we love Chicago. It's a city we go to every once in a while. Tia Laura lives there. We'd love to go see her. So when the first tickets weren't as good as we had hoped, I asked Dad if we should try to buy Chicago tickets, see if we do better, and then we could just sell the Toronto tickets.
Yep.
And so that's what we did, and we did. We got really good seats for Chicago.
They did a very good job. Those were good seats.
It was very fun. So it wasn't on the floor because Ivy's anxiety and Dad's just dadness.
Yeah.
So, but they were like really close to the, in terms of stadium seating, it was like, we would have been at the field if we were watching an actual baseball game at Wrigley. But where things fell apart was the selling the Toronto tickets back. So we weren't able to sell them. So we had 4 pretty good tickets that were just sitting there and not selling. Because it turns out that even though the Toronto pre-sale was crazy, that show is still not sold out. So we had yesterday I threw out the idea that
2 days ago.
2 days ago that maybe we should go see them. I mean, I hate to waste the money we spent.
It's a good show.
And Dad was like, I gotta be back at work. And Ivy was like, I had the best time at the concert, but my anxiety can't handle another big crowd. And Rachael was like, I'm too tired. Tell me I'm wrong.
I said I was afraid that I was going to be stressed out from just going. Which has happened. Still doing it.
Is it happening now?
No.
Okay.
I'm still going to
And I said, I cannot imagine my parents saying, hey, would you like to go see this second show? And not saying yes. So we had a long so I inadvertently gave a guilt trip.
Yep.
Not trying to make them guilty, just trying to make sense of that, because I mean, I'm a go-go-goer, I guess, and I think it's very fun. But then when Rachael was finally like, okay, it'll be a good story, then I had my freak out moment because it's in Canada.
Yep.
And
Dad is not going to be
going. And I don't have to pay attention to things.
Yeah.
Dad pays attention to things.
Yeah.
And Rachel doesn't pay attention to things. Why don't you pay attention? Just because she doesn't pay attention to things.
I don't pay attention.
So then I was like, crap, what did I do? Why did I work so hard to convince her? And then she said yes. But we're being brave.
Yeah.
We're being adventurous.
Yeah.
We're being probably slightly irresponsible.
We're getting Canadian brunch tomorrow.
So we have our passports.
Woo!
We have our tickets.
Yeah.
We're in the car.
Obviously.
So we are going to kind of vlog this situation as we go along. So it's going to be a very different kind of paprika video.
We're family vlog. Ew! Family vloggers are a crime.
Okay, but we're vlogging and we're family, but we're not family vlogging.
Good.
Right?
Okay, fine. That's okay now.
You're out of the super cute child phase. You're in full-on pretty teenager phase. So I feel like we've missed that. I missed the chance to exploit you for your cuteness. Dang it. You could be rich now.
Yeah. Is that the type of rich you want to be?
I mean, rich would be nice. I'd like to give rich a try.
We're going to a concert 3 days after already seeing a concert.
And that's not a thing I've ever done before. So I'm very excited to see the same show
Like I was saying.
in 2 different cities. I think that will be fun to see what is the same and what is different.
Yeah.
I am excited to pay attention to different things this time around.
I've decided we're not going to film any of it because I filmed so much of the last one.
Right,
If
and like
you've seen my Instagram post.
and I feel like I paid a whole lot of attention to the big screen, so I missed a lot of the like dance formation stuff. So I'm gonna look at that. Yeah. And hopefully, we actually make it there because we're gonna have to 1, get into Canada.
Yep.
2, find our hotel.
Yep.
3, navigate Canadian public transportation.
Yep.
4,
Get to the venue.
well, survive the show, right?
Yes.
5, navigate public transportation home, which is actually I'm more worried about.
Yeah.
And then 6, get brunch the next day.
Woo!
7, make it home in time so that I can be at work on Tuesday.
And I can.
Do nothing. You can do nothing.
Yeah.
Except maybe go to tennis. Okay.
We'll see.
We'll check back in.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay. So we successfully drove to Toronto, found our hotel, found something to eat, not poutine.
Not
but,
poutine. It was breakfast at 1:30.
But also Happy Pride,
Yes.
navigated public transportation, and now we're on our way to the stadium.
Woo!
We made it.
Yay!
We found our seats.
Yep.
We have sushi,
Only needed to ask for help like 3 times.
met some very nice stay, and now we're gonna sit here and sweat. Woo! Woo!
I know that I want it, boom. Chaos be so catastrophic, boom. Rat-ta-ta-ta, I'ma make it, boom, boom. Chick, chick, boom.
We did it.
Yay.
We sang, we
Yeah.
danced, we
Yeah.
screamed.
Yeah.
We sang, we danced, we screamed. We sang, we danced, we screamed. And then we almost perfectly navigated public transportation back to the hotel. Only one wrong stop.
Only one wrong.
I'd argue
It was the wrong
wasn't-
train.
Argue it wasn't our fault. And it made it, so that we had a seat.
Easy seats. Yeah.
But, successful day.
Yay. Tomorrow's Tim Hortons.
Oh, Canada.
Okay.
So it's next day after the concert, and I want to say something about leaving Rogers Stadium. It was crazy.
It was.
50,000 people jammed into one path. But I just want to take a moment to give a shout out to the people who work at the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Because it must have felt like, that scene in Mulan
No, I know exactly.
where all of the Huns are coming down. And it's just like an infinity people coming right at your face and you gotta stand there. They did a good job not freaking out, being pleasant, and doing their job. So thanks, Rogers Stadium workers. We appreciate you. And now, some Tim Hortons.